Hey team, it's time for our Dare to Dream Coach Success tip of the week. And today I'm going to talk about the very boring subject of organization. So no matter what, do not turn off this video because organization is vital to your success in this business. So from this moment forward, you can no longer say, I need to get organized, because you just need to be organized. You don't need to get organized. You got to go ahead and do it and get it over with. Adapt a system and have a systematic way to follow up with your prospects, with your possible coaches, possible customers. Because if you don't, you're just not going to succeed. So if you don't already have a system in place, then that is a very good indicator, red flag, of you're lacking organization. You know, that quote or that saying that says it takes people 7 interactions to make a decision on average. 7 interactions. So if you don't have a system, there is no way you're remembering to follow up with someone 7 times. So this is vital. This is just 101 basic. You own a business. You're a business owner. If you want to succeed, it's time to buckle down and get organized. And it doesn't take a lot of time to come up with a system. So I'm going to share my system. And there's not a right or wrong system. The only wrong system is no system. So the key is tracking. You need to be, I started out this business with pen and paper. If I have I make my list of prospects and then I start keeping track of where they're at in the process. Super simple. If you know how to use a pen, then you can do it. So there's no excuse if you don't know technology, if it's intimidating, whatever you think is holding you back should not legitimately be holding you back, because anyone can do this. So now I've transformed a little more online. I use Asana. It's asana.com, ASANA.com. There's an app version as well, but I just typically use the computer version because I'm normally on my computer. And I just like it better because I'm not a big app person, so I'm not going to let that hold me back. I'm going to use the computer version. So what's really cool with Asana, it might have a ton of functions. I keep it super simple. Keep it super simple. All I do is I go to the top, I create a new task, I put in my task, and you can pick a date. So now that every morning I have it open and I can know on Tuesday I'm supposed to follow up with John. Susie said she's signing up as a coach today. I need to post this in Dare to Dream. I have an entire system where I know the tasks that I have for that day are right there in front of me. I don't have to worry, oh wait, what did that girl say? Or what was her name again? Or I feel like somebody last week was kind of interested. Too bad I don't remember who they are, because I guarantee seasoned coaches and anyone on this team that's been around for a while, you think back to when you were not organized and you realize, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that person. They ended up joining somebody else's team, where if you perhaps would have followed up because the fortune's in the follow-up, then that person would not have slipped through the cracks. Besides the fact that this is what makes you a professional. You're not just throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping it sticks. No, you're reaching out with intention. You're inviting on purpose. And so you need to do your job and follow up, because if you're offering people something, a professional would see, okay, were you interested? You said you wanted to think about it. Now you've had time. What's your decision? And you don't have to be apologetic about that. To me, if you're not organized, then you could come across more as not being serious and not being someone they should actually join. So perhaps this is stepping on your toes a bit, but that is what I want, because you need a system, you need to be intentional, and that's also how you work smarter and not harder. And that's why you can work this business in a very small amount of time, because I know immediately, okay, I have 4 people today that said they were going to watch the coaching video, and I told them I would get back with them today. I go to my Asana, there's their names. Message, done. I just did my 4 follow-ups. Now I know I need to contact 3 new people. I'm going to contact 3 new people. I'm going to set the next appointment with them. I'm going to go put it in my Asana. It's super simple. It helps you do the hard things first, which is what you have to do in this business. If you're skipping your inviting and if you're skipping the follow-ups, then there's really no way you're going to build a successful business. The fortune's in the follow-up, and I want you guys to actually reap the reward of your effort. And like I said, we're not throwing spaghetti. It's too many carbs anyways. We are being intentional, we're being professional, and we are organized and we're systematic so that we don't waste our time, because we have to be a good steward of our time as well. So Something else I do in Asana is I know I have my daily tasks that I do every day. I wake up, I check into my challenge group. Before I go to bed, I check into my challenge group again. That's very simple. It makes me not spend my whole day in my challenge group, but I'm still there. I'm showing up for my customers, and I am doing my job as a coach. So like I said, get a system and get it down and figure out what you're going to do every day, your daily tasks. And then when you have your follow-ups, when you have people that are watching the coaching webinar, and you definitely need to check back in when you have someone that's talking to their husband about a challenge pack, I'm going to let them know, I'm going to give them 2 days, check back then. You're going to know when to check back, and it's just going to make it easier on you, and you're going to be far more successful. So if you haven't done this yet, you are now busted, and you need to get organized, get your system in place, and I want to hear in a couple weeks, once you've been doing this on a daily basis, because it's all about the compound effect and small things over time. Once you've been doing this regularly, I guarantee you're going to be telling me an amazing success story of how your business has grown, and I can't wait to hear it. So get on it, Asana.com, pen and paper, Evernote, pick your app, pick your paper, do what you gotta do, just get organized, people. Bye!